Hello, guys. Story time with me. I know I'm not eating anything. I'm kind of like on my 10 days, like 10 days of prayer and fasting. And today we are on day 8. And it's been so amazing. We have been learning a lot of things at church. Like yesterday's lesson was talking about how kindness does like the most preaching than going on a pulpit and starting to preach. It was telling us about how you can manifest God's love to others by just being kind, like showing kindness. And we quoted a lot of verses. Another one from James 1 verse 2, if I'm not mistaken, which is talking about how pure religion is taking care of the poor, the needy. And we were learning about how your speech can actually show kindness or preach to others, like how you speak to people. It doesn't mean you have to be preaching to them, but just talking to them, the way you respond, the way you talk to the people can actually like damage or build people or bring people closer to Christ. And also your actions, like the way you associate with others in your community, the way you associate with others at work. And it was telling us about how Jesus first ministered to the needy, like the Jesus way, doing it the Jesus way. It was telling us that as Christians, we should do it the Jesus way. We should lead a Christ-like character. Jesus would minister to people's needs first before you would go to their spiritual needs. So likewise, we're being told that we should do the same. Like if we see someone, let's say in the community, that is struggling, we can't just go there and just preach, and then go, because those physical needs need to be attended to first. I'm talking about shelter, food, things that like emotional help to others. They need to be ministered to first before we go with the word of God. Like how Jesus would heal people, and then you would tell them to follow him. You get it? So I was so touched, and I was thinking about how at my work, I just leave, but I'm just someone who is simple. People can actually come to me, to my office, to tell me their stories. So I'm gonna start with the first one. The first time, it was this other guy. He's a security, and I'm a manager, by the way. He came to my office and he was like, "Hi, ma'am." I'm like, "Okay, hi." And he was like, "My child is writing Form 4, so I was asking for a loan in advance so that I could help my son register. He didn't have enough money to register all the subjects the son needed to write. And by that time, I was still under someone. I had a boss on top of me. I was not yet a manager. I was just a subordinate. And he was saying that he had talked to my manager, who was still there, that he was asking for money, and the manager kept on postponing. And he was saying, I think now it's almost time, and he was left with like 2 days. And I even went to her, to that finance manager by then, because you need authorization, as we all know, so that the loan can be signed, so that we can give the person money. And they said there's no money, but I could see money, guys. So this is what I had to do. I had to take money from my personal account, give the man the money, and he registered his child, and the child wrote his Form 4 like well. But later on, he then came to me, and he was like, I had a dream. I'm like, what dream? And he's like, I was told that I should go to your church, Seventh-day Adventist. So do you know any church that is like your church that is nearby where I stay? So you told me where you stayed, and I told you, okay, cool. I know of a church that is in your area, and I directed you, and you said you was going to visit. So, after this, after learning this thing about kindness and how it preaches, I then went back and thought about that story. Like that time I never put on, more consideration to the story. I was like, okay, fine, thanks. I've helped someone. Okay, cool. So now this time, I was not thinking about it. Like, that time I did it unknowingly, helped that person, and now I didn't even go and preach to them to say, yeah, you need to keep the Sabbath, you need to do this. I didn't even go, guys. I'm being honest. But they had a dream and came to me. Like, I was so shocked. I was like, you had a dream going to my church? By the way, that person was also religious. They were going to their own church. That's the Apostolic Faith Church. That's in Shonet's Mapostory. So that's why maybe he came with the dream and all that. They believe in those things. So, you can actually minister with kindness. It's one example that showed me that, what we were learning was very true, that you can actually minister with kindness. Let's be lemonades. Let's help. Let's do it the Jesus way. Let's do it the Jesus way. Jesus would administer to people's needs first before you would go and, preach them the word. So I was actually touched. So I just thought of, let me tell you guys this story time of how true it is that you can actually minister to people by just showing kindness. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if the people are your relatives or not. Whoever you meet, just be kind. Show some kindness. Because people know and people see. If they see your kind works, they want to know about the God you save, about the person you save. They are going to come and ask you. You get what I'm saying? They are going to come and ask you and say, who do you serve? Which God do you believe in? Because you would have showed them kindness. Because in the world we are now living in, there are a lot of trials and tribulations. People are going through a lot. Talking about Zimbabwe, people are going through a lot. The economy is bad. Things are going up. Like right now, bread is now at $1.20. Diesel is going up. We have more taxes introduced, and it's so burdensome to people. But if you are a Christian and you can do something that is showing kindness, please do that. And as for me, I actually love people who go out of their way to help others, who are selfless. And I want to tell you this. From that time I helped that guy, I don't know what just happened. That guy I'm telling you about, I gave that money. But within a couple of 2 months, I was promoted to become the manager. You see, it's just God, I just did that as something that I would say I was just doing it because I was just, feeling pity, growing up. To some of us, we didn't have everything. We were living in poverty. We didn't have everything. So, we would struggle to get money to write our exams, school fees, to pay school fees and all that. So seeing someone who was in that same position, not affording, and I knew that I had money at home, and even the company had money, but because someone was in charge, they just said, we don't have money. And that's that, because maybe they've never been in that experience, or I don't know, but I just said, no, I can help. I cannot let someone not write their O-levels because they don't have money when I have money that I'm banking at home, in Zimbabwe. Our situation in Zimbabwe, we bank money at home. That's the honest truth. I was banking money at home, so I just needed to help them, and I helped them, and it changed their lives. Even up to date, that person, they have respect for me, and even if I say anything, they respect that, and I see that they have believed in God. So this is my appeal to many Christians, that let's do it the Jesus way. Let's show some kindness. Let not our prayers be for us to be known that we are prayer warriors, but when deep down we are not really praying. And let's not just be preachers of the word but not showing kindness, because people, even God, even Jesus himself, minister to the people's needs. Like, you might not have much, but as a church, make an organization, like go out there, reach out to people. You can actually do like food hampers and go to people and give them. And you know what? You will never lack. That is one thing I've seen with God, that if you help others, you will never lack. You will always have. And it's because when the Lord is giving you, he knows that that money I'm giving you is not only going to be yours, but it's going to other people. So you will give you, and let's say 5 other people's portions, because they know that you are going to help them. So yeah, it's my appeal to all Christians that let's do it the Jesus way. You get what I'm saying? Let's do it the Jesus way. Let's help others, and you will see that our preaching will go far, and everyone will know about Christ, and his time will come. And in conclusion, I just want to say that to those who are stressed, Jesus is saying, "Come unto me, all ye that are labor and are heavy laden, and I shall give you rest." And he also said when he was leaving his disciples, "Peace I leave it unto you, my peace I giveth unto you, not as the world giveth I unto you." This is the Lord giving us assurance. So no matter what you are going through, just remember this, that he says, "Come unto me, all ye that are labor and are heavy laden, and I shall give you rest." And he's the one who also says, "Peace I leave it unto you," which means that he's going to give you the peace you are looking for. You just need to turn to him, and he is going to help you. And I also love that David says in the Psalms, "Ye though I may walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no, for thy rod and thy hand will comfort me." It's showing that no matter what we are going to go through, if we have our faith and hope in Jesus Christ, his rod and his hand will comfort us. And lastly, Job says, "For I know my Redeemer liveth, and at last you will stand," which simply tells us that if we have faith in God, no matter the circumstance, no matter what we go through, no matter what we are going through, it might be sickness, it might be that you are lacking shelter, it might be food, it might be all those problems, emotional problems. You are living a stressful life. It might be your husband giving you problems, it might be your wife giving you problems. But if you have your faith in Jesus, you should know this, that your Redeemer liveth, and at last you will stand. And I hope that this message will reach to someone and will help someone. And may the good Lord be with you, and may he take care of you, and may he keep you forever and evermore.